Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ECC Season 7 Champions Division playoffs. We've had a ridiculous amount of playoffs, a ridiculous amount of weeks, and it's all led up to this. Last Picks versus Digital Dynasty, aiming to get to that €300. I am Mikey here to cast this game, and I'm, of course, not on my own. I am joined by the man himself, Machtfish. How are you doing, sir?
Thank you very much for that beautiful introduction, Mikey. I'm doing quite well. I hope you are all doing very well as well, and in these troubling times with lockdown and corona and shit. So that's why we're here to relieve some of that pressure and bring you some fantastic Rocket League action in the form of Last Picks vs Digital Dynasty tonight.
Absolutely. So, who've we got? Last Picks Digital Dynasty. We're in that. Even though the graphic is wrong, we're in the Champions Division. Ignore the fact that the graphic says Division 1. We are Champions Division, can confirm. Last Picks versus Digital Dynasty. Who've you got for this one?
I think it's going to be a very, very close match. Last Picks looked really strong in league play. They only dropped one series, but Digital Dynasty also strong league play campaign, going 7-2 overall. So that's why we're here in the upper bracket, of course. Both teams finishing in the top 2 of their respective conference in the Champions Division. So they do have that second life, and that alleviates a lot of the pressure from them, because they are not in a do or die situation. They can afford to start this a bit slower. And going through the rosters, we have for Last Picks, of course, Razor, Safix, and Thermic, who's standing in for HP. And on Digital Dynasty side, we have Mr. Messi, Tew, and I believe there's also a stand-in there in the form of Thermic is standing in for Digital Dynasty, and Pixon is standing in for the Last Picks. Sorry for that one, but I think I'll go for Last Picks. They've been really strong, also reaching top 48 in the RSCS closed qualifiers in the fall event. So I think they've got this one here.
Yeah, I really want to root for Digital Dynasty. You know, they've got Mr. Messi on that team. It's gonna be a very spicy game. I think it can go either way, and I really hope that it's gonna take us to that game 7 and give us an absolutely insane series. But I do think that Last Picks will end up taking it. I think it's going to be one of them, though. But if anyone's in the chat, let's get some predictions going. So we've got Last Picks of Razor, Safix, and someone. I'm not too sure because the graphics are wrong. Do you know what? Who is that graphics guy? I'm going to sack them. I'm going to go in there. Gonna go in there, ripping off. So Thermic is going with Digital Dynasty 3-0. I think it's going to be a very interesting series. What is it specifically that you're looking for these teams to bring to take this victory today?
I mean, to take victory in best of 7 is always a bit difficult. You need to definitely build a strong foundation really quickly, especially with the high level of play we're expecting here in the Champions Division. You know, most of the teams being around the bubble, bubble teams in the EU region. So we are definitely looking at great mechanical play, but also I think the team synergy and the accuracy will be, in the end, very, very crucial to making a good run in this bracket. So I think whoever gets that one figured out first, and whoever can break down his opponent first, will take the series.
I think I'm going to have to agree with you there. I think we see it so often where a team will come in and they will come out strong. And often it's whoever gets that first game. When it's a very sort of back and forth series, it's going to be, you know how it can be. If it turns into hopscotch of being one team, then the other takes the game, then the other takes the game, it ends up being who takes that first game. So that first game is so crucial. But do you think pressure's going to get to these teams? Because even though we've got that second chance, you don't want to drop down to that bracket. You drop down tonight, you've got a whole bunch of talented teams that are going to be out for vengeance to get to that final eventually. So do you think pressure's going to be a factor during this game?
I mean, pressure is always going to be a factor, especially when there's money on the line. Like, the first place does get the $200, and if you're in second place, you still get €100, which is nothing to scoff at in the end. So I think all the teams will feel that pressure, and also it is playoffs. So there's always that mental side, as you just mentioned, that will, be dragging down on you, and it will maybe keep you from performing at your best. But I believe both teams should be at a level where they need to be able to deal with that in a very strong way. So maybe that could be one avenue, though, to get the upper hand. Just release mental warfare, just be aggressive, get the bumps, get the demos, get the already maybe some cracks in the mentality, and abuse that sort of line.
Absolutely. I think I completely agree with that. I think it's going to be one of them where it's a very spicy series, and if you let that pressure get to you, you are going to struggle. And a huge shout out as well to Godalions. Obviously, you guys know we wouldn't be able to do any of this. We wouldn't be able to have a prize pool for these teams to be competing for without our amazing sponsors. So a huge shout out to them. But if we just look at the bracket for a second, you've got we're in the upper semi-finals at the minute. So you've got Penguin Sniffers versus Domino Esport. That's on the mainstream. We're going to be casting Last Picks versus Digital Dynasty. In losers round 1, you've got Crossfade versus Sakura Blues, and then you've got TT Willhaven versus KZ. Now, I know we're very early on in these playoffs, but are we going to be bold and make a prediction for the entire thing?
Oh, predicting the entire bracket, I think that's going to be really, really tough. I can see strong runs, like from the lower bracket, I can see strong runs happening, especially from TT Willhaben. They and Crossfade, those two teams are looking mighty strong. And from the upper bracket, I think probably the favorites there will be Domino Esports and Last Picks. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see either Domino or Last Picks in the winners bracket final or the grand final, indeed, at the end of today.
I think I hate to be that person that's just agreeing with you, especially when it's you. But I definitely agree with that. I think Domino Esport, they're a huge, talented roster, and it's gonna be one of them where if they can come out the gate strong, I think they have the potential to take the entire thing. But we do have all of the players in the lobby, so let's have enough waffle from us, and let's let the players know that we are ready to go. So, final sort of decision. Who are you going for? Digital Dynasty or Last Picks for this game?
I'm going for the Last Picks, simply because they were on time. It's nothing to do with Rocket League, but still on the basis of organizational skills, they were on time. So I'm really rooting for them to maybe get a good start and take the series. But with that, we have the first kickoff commencing. Pixon versus Thermic in this series.
Absolutely, as it comes downfield once again, Theo is going to catch it fairly easy. The demo comes in on Mr. Messi on Pixon, coming out of the gate, very aggressive. The pass is there into the middle, the shot is off. Thermic slots it home, and that is what you need to do if you're Digital Dynasty. 1-0 up, 11 seconds into the game.
Yeah, and the great demo, and there was the prediction of the pass off the backboard, but it came lower than expected, and Thermic, great positioning in the middle, just being able to slot that one home, and it's looking for, like, very aggressive, but also a very, very good start for the Digital Dynasty side.
You need to get that. We said how important it was to get that game going fairly quickly. As it comes in again, Thermic tries to take it, unable to do so, passed into the middle by Safix, and it is cleared. Mr. Messi is going to be calculated with this. He gets it past one. The pass is there. The shot is off. Digital Dynasty are on a roll already.
They're looking mighty strong right now, and Mr. Messi just taking it all around the entire opponent's side and having a great dunk as well on Pixon that pinches mid, and Thermic yet again recognizing the situation, recognizing the passing lane fast enough for him to be in that position to just slot it home, and it's looking mighty, mighty strong for Digital Dynasty right here.
As it comes in, Mr. Messi forced to make a save from Razor. Pixon's going to go for it, and Thermic just gets a touch on it, bounces it against the wall, gets rid of it for the time it being. Sent into the middle. Theo's going to try some mechanics here, unable to do anything. Thermic with the demo on Razor, sending it back into the middle, but Thermic is able to clear it for the time being. Pixon forced to do a backflip in a very awkward position there. Thermic goes up for the challenge, unable to make contact. 50 comes in, sent into the area yet again, but Mr. Messi is there to get the clearance, sending it downfield. 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock as Thermic sends it downfield once again. Safix coming off the wall. Theo's going to get up to block it. He does block it for the time being, but still in that area. It's still there. A great save from Mr. Messi stops that in its tracks. And you've got to give it to them at this point, Digital Dynasty. They've come out of the box with some aggression, but they've also got that defense pretty nailed so far.
Yeah, the defensive rotation is looking really strong. They're looking really calm, really calculated with their approach on how to play a game. And Thermic being aggressive yet again, getting those demos out, just getting rid of the opponents to maybe alleviate some pressure on, buy his teammates enough time to get some boost. But now Safix trying to demo Mr. Messi on the backboard, nearly misses there. That could have been really, really dangerous for them. The infield pass coming out from Razor, but no one is from his team is there to capitalize over that one. Now the whiff on the backboard. But overall, I'd say Digital Dynasty have a really strong start into game one. And look at the more complete side as there's a whiff coming out. Messi looking for the pass to Theo, but it's not there. Can Thermic make a shot happen? No, he can't. And last piece clear their side.
Cleared for the time being. Mr. Messi's going to go for a second one, though. He does get the shot off. Pixon gets a fairly easy save on it, though. He's able to clear it for now. Sent into the midfield, but Theo's there to get the block. Sends it back downfield. He's coming off the backboard. Is Safix gets rid of it for the time being. The yeet comes in. It's coming in. It hits off the backboard, and that's so close to a goal right there. And it does seem that Last Picks, they do have a little bit of life at this point. But 2 minutes 15 on the clock. Can they do anything to come back from this?
I think they definitely can. They're showing that they are slowly but surely they're settling into this series right now. They didn't quite know how to deal with the aggressive side out of Digital Dynasty in the beginning, but they're getting more and more comfortable and now showing their speed as well. But overall, I think the rotation is still a bit lacking as there's the attempted passing play. All three players up over-committing a bit, and that's not what you want to see. Thermic again being that punisher right here. The pass from Pixon back to Razor just not good enough, and Safix couldn't get back in time. That's really unfortunate if you're Last Picks right now.
Yeah, that is unfortunate indeed, and the communication clearly not there for the Last Picks roster. The triple commit was there, but it unfortunately results in some pain for them as Thermic comes in once again. Safix is there to catch it though. Safix is going to go slow and methodical for now. But the block is there again. It looked like it was an attempted little passing play. Didn't work out for them. Messi tries to clear it. Pixon gets the touch, sent into the middle, but nobody's there to finish it. Razor gets a touch on it yet again. The shot comes in from Safix, but again, another easy save for Thermic. And they are, at the moment, they're just whacking shots willy-nilly against the wall, really.
Yeah, they're trying to use that backboard and those side walls just to get any sort of advantage over their opponents, but up until this point, it's been very well defended from Digital Dynasty. They're looking like they know exactly what they're doing. The rotation is coming in strong as well. And this is something that's really difficult for Last Picks to break down if a team is that well defensively and is so well communicating as well. So it's gonna need some really good passing plays, also some really good solo efforts, as we see here from Pixon and Safix, who try that passing play, but still the miss comes out from Digital, from the Last Pick side, and that's really, really unfortunate there. He needed to make that touch.
Pixon's going to be disappointed with himself after that one, coming off the corner, unable to get that touch, allowing way too much space. Unfortunately for him, not having any boost in the process, so maybe that's an error with his rotation. They're not getting that boost. Sent back downfield. A great pass comes in. The shot is off, and that is what you need to do. Pixon making up for that fatal mistake a moment ago. 4-1, and that 30 seconds to go. That's what you need, a goal every 10 seconds. Is it possible?
I don't think at this level that the comeback is happening in game one, but this goal is really important for them to get back on the right track, because they finally managed to. They have been trying to connect on those passing plays, and they finally managed to in the end as well. So I think that if they can continue to build on that one, as we say that, 12 seconds in, Razor just comes out of nowhere, flying in after Pixon just bullies Theo on the backboard.
Bullied in, it did. The shot comes in, and there it is. 18 seconds. You've now got 9 seconds to get a goal in. Can they do it? Anything is possible in Rocket League as it's sent downfield. Safix, he's coming in. The shot is off. The pass is there into the middle, but unable to do anything with it. Messi, 10 seconds on the clock. Is it too little, too late? The shot comes on from Digital Dynasty. Safix, he catches it, and he's able to clear it. 3 seconds on the clock, and Mr. Messi is going to slot it home and secure the victory in game number 1 for Digital Dynasty.
If only Razor made contact with that pass earlier, they could have got it to a 1-goal game with like 12 seconds left on the clock. But right now, Theo and Mr. Messi looking for one another and just slotting the ball home for that fifth goal in the series to reestablish themselves and to break the momentum that Last Picks was certainly trying to build off of.
Yeah, I think Last Picks, one of I think it's Suffix that just missed. Maybe he's swapping cars. We'll see maybe see a little bit of a change from them in that process, but we can see it. The shots are there. They're just not able to put them away. So if you're Last Picks coming out of that game, what do you have to do now? How do you get that home and secure that dub?
I mean, they had the good chances at the end there, but they definitely need to continue to try and connect on those passing plays, because those passing plays have been mighty strong for them. If they can get the accuracy off, then the Digital Dynasty defense didn't have a lot of answers for it. So I don't know if they can do that and maybe get some of them demos themselves, then they can definitely come back from this loss.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, you see, with Digital Dynasty, Sherry's just made a really important point in the chat that I was literally just about to mention as I've seen that. They were really physical. They got their demos on point. They got their bumps in at the perfect time, and it worked out really well for them. And at this point, anything can happen. They came at Last Picks, they had life in the last game, but it was too little, too late. Let's see if this game will be any different as the kickoff is underway. Razor's going to come off the corner. He does get the touch. He gets unable to get it past Messi because Messi's there to block it. The shot comes in. The save is there from Safix to get rid of it for the time being. Thermic just having the same amount of power, just holds it there for the time being, gets rid of it to Theo. Theo's going to send it into the middle. Messi again sending it a little bit of back and forth at the moment, as I don't know who that was, but the only word for that is he just got yeeted off this planet with how far he just got sent across the field, as Razor again is sending it downfield. It is all to play for. 40 seconds in. Both teams, they do have a lot of life thus far in this game.
They do. All of them have a lot of life, and they're playing really, really fast as well, both teams. But Last Picks now trying a bit more with that physical play. We saw earlier that one massive bump from Razor coming out onto one of the Digital Dynasty players. But also Digital Dynasty nearly scoring in the beginning again from a very, very aggressive play of Mr. Messi just going for 2 bumps in a row. Sadly not connecting on the second one, otherwise they would be up in the second game, game number 2. But this is definitely something that both teams need to be very aware of. They are very capable of going for those bumps, going for those demos, and they can connect on that. And if they can get really, really good at reading your opponent and connecting with that one, they can make major damage. But this goal certainly didn't need any of the physical play.
Yeah, just all out. I mean, I was going to say all out class, but it was just a pass into the middle, slotted it home. Fairly easy, fairly simple, but it worked. And Last Picks, they needed that goal, they needed that momentum, and they have it. And they look like they're maybe on a comeback in this game so far, as it's sent again downfield. Thermic's going to catch it, takes it up the wall for now. He does get a touch off the ceiling. Is he going to get the second? No, he's not, because the clearance is there. Theo's there, though, sends it back into the middle, being squashed in that corner for the time being. Suffix is there to challenge it, but again, Mr. Messi is there to stop it and keep it in that area. Pixon tries to pinch it against the ceiling, but gets a pass to Razor. Razor sending it downfield. Mr. Messi is there to block again, coming down off the corner now, but Theo again getting rid of it for their time being. And I've just realized I'm calling him Theo, like T-H-E-O. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I certainly think it's how it's pronounced his name, but Thermic is up for a double tap, and I don't know how to pronounce Theo, but I definitely know how to pronounce Thermic. That was a great double tap.
What a play that was, and that is the mechanics that we're talking about. This is Champions Division. This is the top of ECC. You don't get any higher than this without hitting RLCS itself. And at this point, it is coming in hard. The mechanics were needed, and that double touch was perfection as Pixon gets it past one, unable to get it past Messi with the clear. Theo on the wall once again, pass to Thermic. Thermic catches it, but Safix is there to get the block fairly easily. Safix a bit slow and methodical now. But again, Pixon is just there, but gets blocked yet again. He's going to go for the flip reset. He gets the flip reset, unable to do anything with it, though, because Messi is there to block it again. And that is what you need. Quick plays to get rid of it for the time being. The shot comes in. Pixon, a very awkward hit from him. Hits it up for the time being. The dunk comes in, but again, it does not hit home. 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock, and it looks like Digital Dynasty, they're coming so much to life as Theo slots it home, and that'll be 2-1 in this game.
Yeah, just caught on the counter, and I think there was a bump coming up from Thermic on one of the players from Last Picks on the rotation back, and Theo just puts it underneath the crossbar. Razor reading his attempt to go high, but just can't connect to the ball to make the save happen. At 2 minutes now, we are once again, Digital Dynasty are in the lead here. They're really looking strong as the demo comes out from Mr. Messi. Now, Theo to Thermic gets a demo of his own. But Pixon is there to make the last-ditch effort and to get the save, but attack isn't done yet. Mr. Messi being aggressive on that wall. And now needs his teammate in rotation, but there's a good 50, and they have a lot of time to regroup. And Digital Dynasty waste one attack.
Sent back downfield. Safix is there to catch it, though. Last Picks looking to come back in this game. Razor catches it again, sends it. A great pass to Safix. Safix does get the touch. He's going to go for another. He does get the next touch. Is there going to be able to be the shot? What a messy play. It's coming back in again. Thermic with the save. Again, another shot. Shot after shot, but none of them hitting their mark. And, no pun intended, but it's very messy at the moment. Coming back in, once again, hitting off the backboard. The shot is there. Again, it's still not gone in. Thermic is there to make the clear. And if you are Last Picks, you are just, at this point, holding your head in your hands for how these goals have not happened.
Yeah, it's really looking rather unorganized in the back line of Digital Dynasty right now. But they're getting away with it simply because the crossbar as a defender is your greatest ally. Most people try to place the shots, especially when you're getting at high-level play. They try to place the shots very, very accurately underneath the crossbar, and that leads them mostly hitting the crossbar or needing the crossbar bound to go down, as there's a great attack now coming in from Digital Dynasty. Last-ditch effort by Pixon to get it out, and now he's greatly positioned, but the crossbar this time will not deny it. Crossbar down and in, exactly what you need.
That was, yeah, exactly as you put it, that is exactly what they needed. They got them on the break, they got that counter-attack, and Last Picks, they've equalized with 16 seconds, and unless we are seeing a kickoff goal or something special in this 16 seconds, we might be heading to an overtime as the kickoff comes in. Razor gets a touch on it, send it downfield. Mr. Messi's there to catch it once again. Pixon's going to try and send it. It is sent into the middle, but Theo's there to get the save. 5 seconds on the clock. Is it going to go to overtime? It's looking more likely.
It's looking very likely, but the breakaway just too far away from Safix that ball to keep alive. And we have the first overtime in this best of 7 series in game number 2. Control immediately going to Digital Dynasty, who are looking to put a quick end to this overtime. They do not want the prolonged slog.
The prolonged what? What did you just go?
Battle, warfare, whatever. Pick the synonym.
23 seconds into overtime, and it is all to play forwards again. But the pressure is on from Digital Dynasty coming back in now, but Safix is there to get the block. Is anybody there to take over, though? No, they're not. Razor's going to try and get it past Thermic. Thermic reads it extremely well to make the save. Theo comes off the backboard to get rid of it for the time being. He gets it past 1. Is he able to get it past Safix? Safix collecting the boost well. He gets a touch on it. He's unable to get the second, and Mr. Messi makes him pay for that little mistake that he made. Again, in that corner, Mr. Messi sending it in to the middle. Thermic is going to bounce it off the backboard, going for that shot, unable to do anything with it. Safix is going to send it downfield once again. And it's looking very desperate at this point for Last Picks. We saw that their little line of attack then came in. A great pass into the middle. What a shot! What a play from Last Picks. And that is what they needed. 1-1 in this series. 3-2 to Last Pick. GG at that.
Yeah, and Pixon just very, very closely evading Thermic there on the wall. He nearly got the demo off, but then there was no one to challenge that pass. Theo at the back post just trying in vain to somehow read the pass and the shot, but just a good play. Great awareness to not go for the shot yourself, but to see your see your teammate who is in mid, who's in position, and Razor will put this home for the 1-1 in this series.
Yeah, I think we saw it in that overtime, and there was one specific moment that I turned around and mentioned then. Their line of attack was a lot further forward, and it did work out. However, if that goal hadn't have gone in and that had missed, they'd have been looking at a very accurate and a very intense counter-attack. And we're seeing that there's a few double commits coming in, and their line's just a little bit too far forward, which is proving to be their detriment. But they're still able to secure that victory. And are we going to see that ping pong of one team winning and then the other team winning? I don't know, but it's going to be a very enjoyable rest of this series.
It's definitely enjoyable because both teams now showed that they can actually take a game off one another. And we are now effectively in best of 5 territory from now on, as both teams with 1 goal, with 1 win each, have just making the 7 games pretty much the best of 7 inconclusive as far as we stand right now. But what I want to see from both teams is a bit more of a bit more accuracy. I think is the proper word. Bit more accuracy and trying to work together, as we see here from Digital Dynasty, as the pass from Theo found Thermic. The shot wasn't in, but still, that's why I want to see a lot of passing plays coming out, utilizing your teammates who are in better positions than you.
Yeah, it's coming in once again as Thermic gets the touch coming off that backboard. Safix is there to catch it, but the pass comes straight back into Theo, and it looked like Thermic just saved their own shot at that. A little bit of miscommunication there. Safix gets the flick, he gets the goal, and Theo can't do anything about it. And last picks, they started this game exactly how they needed to.
Yeah, I think Thermic earlier he wanted to just get a bump on a goalie or whatever, but there wasn't a goalie, and he ended up unfortunately saving the shot. And in the end, there Theo coming from the backboard, trying to make a save happen for a very difficult angle, couldn't make the proper contact on the ball, and now Last Picks are in the lead for the first time, I believe, in this series.
In the lead already as it comes in once again. Mr. Messi getting rid of it for the time being. The demo comes in from Thermic on Razor. Sent in. It's going to bounce off the backboard. Again, Safix unable to touch it. Razor try a little bit messy there, unable to do anything with it. Theo was going to get the pass into Thermic. Thermic's unable to do anything with it, which is unfortunate for him. We don't see that very often. Again, sent downfield. Razor gets a touch, but passes it straight to Mr. Messi and loses that possession. Pixon with another touch, and the pressure is definitely on for Digital Dynasty. But how come they've not been able to put that away so far?
I think in the end it's just a bit of a lack of accuracy, as they're two conflicting ideas. Theo wanting to go for the demo, and it looked like there was a pass coming out, and now the fake from Pixon, who actually somehow touched this ball, comes out, and now in the counter-attack, Last Picks take the second goal. That was a bit of a ghost touch, wasn't it?
It was just a little bit of an awkward touch there, not really. Very weak. Very, very weak. But Last Picks 2-0 up, and that is what they need at this point. 3 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock as Razor gets a touch, and Theo gets rid of it for the time being. Theo with the shot, but Safix gets rid of it for now. It comes off the sidewall, but Mr. Messi is there to intercept. With the pass down to Theo. Theo with the shot, but again off target. And accuracy seems to be a little bit of an issue for them. Sent downfield. Safix, he gets it past one. Is he able to get it past the others? Yes, he is. He gets it past one, but Thermic off the line. Can we get a VAR check for that? How did that not go in right there? It's coming back in once again, and Theo forced to make yet another save.
Yeah, and now the pressure is piling up. They need a lot of boost for those high aerial plays here, and they look like they're in control of their boost, which is good. So Last Picks hasn't been able to boost after them effectively. Now Thermic looking again for that bump on Razor, who gets it by the third man, but it's in the corner, and Thermic should have easy pickings with that one right here. Now Digital Dynasty looking a bit wonky on defense right now, and on offense the accuracy isn't quite there, and Last Picks is very much able to capitalize off of those mistakes. That they are only minor mistakes, but they add up, and if Last Picks are in this form right now, they can capitalize off of anything. As the bump comes out from Safix, the shot from Pixel is just wide.
just wide right there. But yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. These mistakes, you're in the Champions Conference as it comes in again. And last picks, they are going to be left scratching their head at how they just let that go in.
Small mistakes will cost you. Safix moving in towards the middle of the net there, not respecting the back. He's respecting the back post rotation, of course, but he's not sticking to the back post as far back as he probably should have, and that leads him to be in the middle of the net and unable to get the contact on the ball, to get the save right here. And now we are 2-1. Just as I keep saying, those tiny mistakes keep making all the difference here in this series.
Absolutely. Again, the block comes in. 1 minute 30 on the clock. 2-1 is the scoreline to last picks at this time. Again, Pixon trying to get rid of it at the time being. The touch comes in from Razor, sending it massively downfield. Safix is able to get it past one. It bounces off the corner, sent into the middle, but Mr. Messi is not messing around. Tries to get rid of it, but Razor slots it home. And last picks, that might be the goal that secures them this game.
Yeah, and again, it's an unclean touch from Mr. Messi. I don't know if he tried to get in Theo there, but whatever he tried to do, Razor read him like a book, just slotting it in underneath the defender by being just faster on the reach. At this point, Digital Dynasty is looking a bit sloppy indeed. As the ball comes over, Pixon takes it over, but Thermic is rotating in and getting the save. There's a demo coming out on Razor. Will it be enough? Thermic with the squishy save. Good defensive prowess here from him.
Good prowess indeed. As Razor gets a touch on it, sending it downfield again. Thermic is coming in to stop it. The pass into the middle. Pixon slots it home. And last picks, you know, we mentioned about that little ping pong of games. It doesn't look like that's going to happen now.
No, it looks like last picks are very much in control of that one. I don't know what happened. Mr. Messi just moving out of goal a bit prematurely, thinking Thermic would get a better 50 out of it than he did. And the last pick side realizing what was happening and being able to capitalize off of that. Now Safix, the great pass. There's a whiff on the backboard. There's another whiff on the save, and Pixon will make you pay for it. It's now 5-1. It's getting very, very clear who's taking this game free.
Last picks, all the momentum in the world. And if you're Digital Dynasty at this point, you need to break that. You just need to get a goal. Have that mental reset. You know, wipe this game off. We're not going to win it. 33 seconds left to go. It's realistically not going to happen. But if we can get a goal, derail that motivation, not motivation. What's the word I'm looking for? Momentum. Derail that momentum. That's the one. And then come at it stronger in the next game as Thermic forced to make a save. But the pressure still on once again from last picks as Mr. Messi forced to get rid of it for the time being. Coming in to the center, Safix is going to come off the ceiling there, sends it to Razor in the middle, and we're seeing a lot of great communication from last picks. They're really attempting some good passing plays as they take this game number 3.
Yeah, they're really honing in on the magic that they had in league play, where of course they went as the first place in the Champions Conference, number 2. But right here, I think it's Thermic and Theo are playing very well, but Mr. Messi needs to step up, needs to keep the rotations clear, and most importantly, he needs to just make an impact on the series, because right now he is the limiting factor on that Digital Dynasty squad. And if he can get himself up, get his mentality going, then I think we still have a very close series. But if it continues like it has right now, then I don't see any other winner than last picks.
I think Digital Dynasty, you know, after that game, they really need to just go into this with a fresh mindset. Completely forget the first 2 games and just go in and be like, right, it hasn't gone our way so far. You know, 2-1 down at this point. Let's go in, clean slate, not worry about anything going on. You know, their issue, as much as we say Digital Dynasty had an issue with accuracy, they only actually had 3 shots on target. So it is one of them where it's like, are they even getting the opportunities? But maybe we will see something different in this next game, as last picks have been on a bit of a roll so far.
Yeah, last picks are using that momentum that they garnered since game number 2 pretty much, and using it to they're riding this wave right now. with Digital Dynasty showing that they definitely can compete, but the touch is still not there. Mr. Messi again with a not ideal touch. This is what's breaking their neck right now, but Thermic even missing that shot on there. That should have been, by all accounts, that should have been the early lead for Digital Dynasty, but somehow Last Picks come out with that. And they do now have the attack, but Thermic will clear it off to Mr. Messi. The shot is good! Yes, and finally his accuracy is there. And Last Picks are now not in the lead. They are now 1-0 down with 4:34 on the clock.
Yeah, as they, Mr. Messi, they're just channeling his inner Lionel Messi, slotting that home, an absolute boomer to slot that, and that is what they needed at this point. Coming out of the gate strongest, Thermic again trying to catch it. He sends it in to the middle. Messi is there. Again, the crossbar proving to be their enemy at this moment. Razor going for the clearance once again. He's feathering his boost well, but the challenge is there to send it straight back in to the Last Picks area again at Stoke, but Safix is there to get another save. Mr. Messi keeps it in the area for the time being. Safix goes to catch it, but just the challenge comes in from Messi just to depossess him. How important is that? Just taking the possession away, because you can't do anything if you don't have the possession.
I mean, if technically your aim is that the opponent never has the ball, so that because without the ball you can't score. But right now I'm seeing a really, really strong response from Mr. Messi. He had a bad game number 3, and he did have a wonky start to the beginning right here as Safix just gets a power shot between 2 defenders after a great pass from Pixon.
Absolutely. Again, another shot, and that is what they needed to do. And right now, they are just right back into it.
Yeah.
Again, 1-1, the scoreline. The demo comes in from Mr. Messi. What do you think either of these teams need to do differently? And that was just a clusterfuck is what that was.
Excuse me, language. But Mr. Messi getting dunked by Razor, that was really unfortunate, and the crossbar not helping them out of defense this time around, with Razor just being there when the ball was. I don't think it was a very conscious effort of him to get the crossbar read as well as the dunk, but it happened anyway, and now Digital Dynasty are once again running from being back, and Razor will put more pressure on them with the second goal in a row.
Absolutely, apologies for the wrong scene being on. I know you've missed 2 goals there, but some good, some okay goals. You'll get the replay there of Razor slotting that home. 3-1 to Last Picks at this point. Again, coming in, Pixon with a complete whiff there. Mr. Messi going for a flick, unable to do anything. Sends it downfield. Thermic catches it. Razor again sending it into the center, but the challenge is there from Theo. Thermic is gonna try and catch it, get stuck between them for the time being. But Mr. Messi again coming in with the block. Safix sends it to the center, and it's still in that area. The pressure is on. The question is, can they do anything with it? As again, it's coming out. Sent into the middle to Pixon. Pixon with the shot, and the block is off yet again. And it looks like it's all going wrong once again for Digital Dynasty, as Messi is forced to make yet another save.
Yeah, and right now Safix is looking like he's really enjoying this series. He's really enabling his teammates, looking for passes and slotting shots home as well with the proper accuracy. And that accuracy is displayed by Messi right here as well on the side of Digital Dynasty. After the pass mid gets intercepted by him, and the shot comes off the post and into the net.
That is exactly what Digital Dynasty needed to do. They are right back in this, and that, excuse me, that is exactly what was needed. It comes straight back into the center. Razor is there to get the block. Again, Sapphire catches it, Safix even catching it on the wall. He gets a backflip, just stopping that for the time being. Theo's there to clear it once again. Thermic is going to bounce it off of the corner, but the block is there again. Little game of ping pong at the moment as Mr. Messi sends it downfield. Once again, stuck in the center. The clearance comes in. The touch comes in from Safix, but Thermic is there to get the save. He gets 1 touch. He's unable to get the second. Ball very vulnerable at this moment in time for Digital Dynasty. Mr. Messi going for a slow, methodical approach, able to slow it down and try to carry it for the time being. Safix once again stealing it from him, sending it downfield And again, a little game of ping pong. And if Digital Dynasty want anything from this game, they need to act, and they need to act quickly.
Yeah, they need the goals, but right now it's looking more and more likely that this game will also go in favor of last picks. But Digital Dynasty are staging a comeback right now, or trying to at least. The ball being in the last picks half for now a good solid 30 seconds, but no chances created yet. It's good that they have the pressure, but the chances need to be there as now shot comes in from Mr. Messi, but a great save from Safix, and who transitions the ball as well up and high to allow his teammates to get the boost, and is again a nuisance in offense. He's just really vibing right now.
That's what you need to do. 1 minute on the clock. If Digital Dynasty want anything from this game, they need to do it quickly. The shot comes in. Thermic is there to make the save. But the rebound comes in, and Mr. Messi's there to make the save. Then Theo is going to try and follow it up. He does get the touch. Is the save there? Yes, it is. Safix in the perfect place. Gets rid of it for the time being. Thermic coming in once again. 40 seconds on the clock. The clock is not in the favor of Digital Dynasty at this point. He gets a touch on it once again. Pixon is there to block, but Theo unable to get the block on him. Pixon sends it downfield. It's in the area once again, but Mr. Messi bouncing it off the side of his car, sending it to Thermic in the middle. Thermic getting blocked once again. Pixon with the shot. Theo unable to block it. Pixon slots it home. 17 seconds. That's got to be last pick on series point.
Yeah, and Pixon just really appreciating that miss from Theo there. Like, I thought you had it, but if you don't, I'm just gonna shoot it, and there's no chance for Mr. Messi. Point blank range. He tries to jump, but the ball is just too fast. From point blank range, there's no chance. But right now, Mr. Messi has an open net after the kickoff, and this goal was for nothing. 12 seconds left, and Safix missing his read on the wall there. Mr. Messi being able to slot it home. 12 seconds left, and 1 goal the difference.
12 seconds left. Digital Dynasty again. The clock is not in their favor to go into the kickoff. Thermic winning that. The demo comes in from Pixon on Mr. Messi to get it. Theo with the save. The block comes in yet again. And Safix sending it downfield. 2 seconds. Slots it home. And ladies and gentlemen, last picks. They are going to be on series point in winners round 1 of the ECC Season 7 Champions Division playoffs.
Yes, they are, and that was a great pass from Pixon, but also an amazing double tap from Safix. For him, it's probably routine at this point, but they still look so clean when you set yourself up for a double tap as well. From the midfield, just fly after it and see the result there, as there's a great angle coming up from Theo. That shot was nearly on par with what we saw from Safix this entire series. The ball is being kept up. They respect the Rule 1 of Rocket League in this game number 4 now, Mr. Messi. This pinch from Safix and Razor. Theo is up for it. Gets it into the corner, and now the ball will finally drop. Game number 4 goes in favor of last picks. So they are now 3-1 up in the series.
Yeah, last picks having a ridiculous amount of shots, but let's not count out Digital Dynasty as well. They also had an insane amount of shots. Their issue is the accuracy that they need to slot home, and anything can happen at this point. Digital Dynasty, are they going to be going for the reverse sweep, or will last picks take this series?
I mean, it's not really a full reverse sweep. It's the mini reverse sweep in the best of 7.
True.
That they already, of course, they won game number 1, but after that, it's been all last picks. But Digital Dynasty showing some heart, showing some, there's still fight in them in this very game. But at the end, they're just falling a bit short here. And surely last picks will now be trying to sort this one out and to finish this game off.
So we get in to what could be the final game. We're in game number 5 of this best of 7 series. Last pick, they are on series points. We're into their kickoff. Pixon winning that one, but Theo's there to follow it up. Safix sending it downfield for the time being. And I am just going to have to ask you to take over for the time being, because I have insane lag and can't see anything.
I mean, RL servers are right now a bit struggling, but we have now Theo on the attack going over it. Safix takes the one to the corner where Pixon is already waiting for it in his pass. But the pressure is not alleviated yet. Messi passes to Thermic. He uses the crossbar. Messi with the dunk, but the ball's not crossing the line. Thermic looking for Theo. But there's a great last-ditch effort from Pixon to keep that ball out It's still 0-0. And now Razor will clear it out to Pixin, but the pressure is still not done. Thermic hunting for some defenders. The pinch coming out from Razor and Safix. But now surely the pressure is off. And now it's Last Picks to get some pressure. And they will make you pay for not using your chances. Safix passing it to Razor, who will slot it home.
You need to be able to do that, and just watching that back on stream at the moment. And a great play from Safix, bouncing it off the wall, slotting it to Razor. A great pass from him, slotting that in. Last Picks, they're well on their way, and they definitely won't be the last pick much longer, as they are 1-0 up in this game, and it's looking more and more likely that they will take this series. But let's not count out Digital Dynasty so far, as anything can happen.
Anything can happen, including a disconnect from one of the casters.
Thanks.
But right now it's Last Picks who are defending, and Pixin takes it over. No, it actually misses the ball, but Safix is there for it. There's a block coming out in the midfield from Theo. The attack still going on. Razor taking it to the side. Theo using the wall. Mr. Messi's already up. The shot is there. The crossbar is denying him once again. Oh my god, this is getting so ridiculously unlucky. It's unbelievable that neither of the Digital guys simply just can't score from the crossbar, because it's always denying them. And now they've wasted their attack once again. Last Picks are on the attack with Pixin trying to find a mate mid, but Mr. Messi is there just in time. Safix pass it to Razor, who misses the ball. Theo only as far as Pixin. The pressure is still going on. Razor is up. Safix is up as well. Can he make the drop happen? Yes, he can, but Theo is there for the save. And now it's a race back, but Razor cuts this attack out very early and gets it over the last defender. Just doesn't have the boost anymore to work with. And Pixin will now take it over. The attack still going on. Pass from Pixin to Razor. The shot is there, but it's weak. Easy pickings for Thermic. Now great bump to Theo. He's able to recover at a rapid pace. 2 minutes 15 seconds left on the clock. The Last Picks seem very comfortable right now.
Yeah, Last Picks, they definitely have been the stronger team thus far. 1-0, and if Digital Dynasty want anything from it, they're going to need to do something quickly. They did it quickly. They shut me up. Mr. Messi slots it home. 1-1, and maybe, just maybe, Digital Dynasty won't go away without a fight.
Yeah, and for the first time in so long, it was a mistake from the Last Picks players, in this game Pixin, who just got a really weak backflip to the opposition, and Mr. Messi will not think twice about slotting that one home. So with 2 minutes left in this game number 5, it is all square at 1-1, but the momentum is still looking like it's overwhelmingly in favor of Last Picks.
Is in favor of Last Picks. This is sent into the center once again. Got rid of for the time being. Safix again taking it, tries to pinch it against the wall, but doesn't get the connect on the touch. The air dribble comes in, but again the block is there. Sent downfield once again. Theo with the pass back to Thermic. I don't think he was expecting that. A little bit of scrambling around in the defense. Mr. Messi is able to catch it and take over for the time being, but Safix is there to get another touch. He gets a third. Unable to get it past the last. Again, Pixin is here. The pressure is on. Can we get that game and potentially series securing goal from Last Picks? Or will Digital Dynasty be able to come back from this, as Pixin forced to make another save? Theo coming off the wall once again and sent straight back down field. Again, coming in. Again, the shot is off, and Digital Dynasty, they aren't going down without a fight.
They are really not going down without a fight, as Theo will make you pay for that misread from Safix and gets it over Razor, who was a bit aggressive on the push out, thinking that Safix had the read. In fact, he needed to have it for his teammates to alleviate the pressure, but Theo is there in position just in case, and that's the mark of a great striker. He just there. In any case, if he hits the ball, then I can still recover quick enough. But if he missed the ball, I'm in a prime position to shoot, as there's a great pitch coming out. But Pixin races back and gets the save here.
Yes, it's racing back down field. Sorry, Dennis made me laugh then. As his Razor once again catching it fairly well. sent downfield. Pixon's there to catch it. Mr. Messi with the shot. Is anybody there? The rotation's great from Razor to get back in time. The pass is off to Savix. He's going to pass it to Pixon, but Thermic's there to get the block. All three players in that midfield for the time being. 7 seconds on the clock. And it's looking like we're going to go to game 6 at this point. Sent into the center. Mr. Messi dunks it down. And we are going to game 6. This is going to be anybody's game.
Yeah, game number 6 definitely on the horizon. We see the Digital Dynasty just having a very, very strong game. A lot of pressure. 13-6 shots in favor of them. And that's just what they need to do. They just need to be very aggressive. Be the nuisance that they were in the beginning of the games. And yeah, that's what Digital Dynasty need to do now in game number 6 as well.
Yeah, I think Digital Dynasty, they had a real issue in that game with how physical they were being. Why did they dominate that initial first game? Because they were getting so many demos, so many bumps. They were just taking people out of the equation, taking them by surprise at like the randomest moments and capitalizing on them opportunities. The accuracy wasn't necessarily the best, but it worked for them. And, you know, they did get that 5-2 victory in that first game. So if you're Digital Dynasty, do more of that. Give us more demos. Get more bumps on the players. Get back into that vibe, because otherwise it's not going to work out for you. And unfortunately for them, you know, at this point you're trailing. Are we going to see the mini reverse sweep? Because last picks are still on series points. This could be the last game that we see of the series of Digital Dynasty versus last picks in this winners round 1.
Yeah, but Digital Dynasty did take the first step towards reaching that game number 7. That is their first priority right now. And Theo with a great kickoff and the follow-up as well, but Pixon is there with the save and now transitions into offense as well. But yeah, Digital Dynasty definitely looking like they maybe found something again that they've lost between games 2 and 4. And right now, it is very, very open who'll ever take this game number 6.
Yes, sent back downfield once again. 4 minutes 32, the shot comes in. The demo's there from Pixon. What a play from last picks. And I turned around and said that we need more physicality. Physicality? That's a word, isn't it? Physical, I don't care. I'm making it a word. The physicality from last picks. And they just showed that. They really just came out of nowhere to take that. And at this point, last picks, they're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and there's a great team play. It's a great show of communication as well between all the teammates. Pixton just going for the aggressive demo on one of the defenders, and Razor and Safix linking up yet again with the passing play. That is so strong for them in this entire series, and this combination has been so strong for them, in fact, in pretty much the entire league play between Razor and Safix. But now Digital Dynasty are coming back on offense again. Thermic peppering the crossbar, and now Pixton takes control, but Theo already there for the dunk. Mr. Messi whiffs the ball. There's still a pass opportunity for Theo to Thermic, but he doesn't want to commit, and now Digital Dynasty waste that chance, and last picks can clear the lines.
Yeah, I don't blame them for not necessarily going for that at that time. As the shot comes in once again, a little bit wide. Theo's there to get another, but Razor's there to block it. Yeah, I don't blame them. All 3 players were up in the attack at that time. That counter-attack could have been deadly to their attempt in this series. As he goes for the dunk, unable to get it, he's going to go for it. Safix is going to come in for the dunk as well. The saves are there. Thick and fast. The pressure is on. 3 minutes, 20 seconds in this series. As Razor sending it downfield once again. Theo's going to pin it against the backboard. Safix is going to come and try to send it to Pixon. Pixon's going to catch it. It's going to bounce off the backboard yet again, but Thermic's there to clear. The demo comes in from Mr. Messi on Razor. The shot comes in. Safix is there to get rid of it for the time being. Theo sending it into the center. And Mr. Messi with a great shot, but the crossbar proving to be his enemy yet again. Thermic slots it home, and Digital Dynasty, they're right back in this game.
Yeah, Messi there with a great dunk over Safix, and then the double commit coming up from Pixel and Razor. That's sort of what broke the camel's back there, and Thermic being able to slot that home at the far post. Great show of accuracy from him with that shot, just to not power it home, but to place it very well indeed. And now Digital Dynasty can equalize, and they're immediately on the attack. Theo looking for Thermic, who doesn't get the flip reset, and Razor will easily clear his line, but he gets bumped. Mr. Messi only as far as Safix. Last picks are looking like they're in a bit of trouble right now. They need to find some offense again. They need to alleviate some of that pressure.
The pressure coming in thick and fast as Thermic. He gets a bicycle kick, unable to do anything with it though. Razor with the shot, but Theo is there to block it. Mr. Messi tries to get the block on Sapphire, on Sapphics even, and the block is there once again. Razor sending it into the center, but Theo isn't going to let that stay there. Thermic again just hitting it up for the time being, but the follow-up isn't there, which allows Pixon to just take it again. Theo makes the save. Pixon again with the backflip from the corner, sending it into the center, but the follow-up again isn't there. They're playing very slow and methodical. They go for the pinch, unable to do anything with it, though, is the last picks, boys. At this point, sent again into the center, but Thermic is there to get another block. 1 minute 53 seconds on the clock. Digital Dynasty, they need another goal. They need this game as Pixon goes for the flip reset, gets demoed by Thermic for his troubles. But again, Razor just coming in out of nowhere to get rid of it. Do you think Digital Dynasty have it in them at this point? As the shot comes in, a save again from Thermic. Because at this point, they really need to alleviate that pressure. Otherwise, it can end up not going in their favor.
Yeah, and they're alleviating it right now, though, with Mr. Messi getting a crucial block in midfield and allowing them to get the boost and get out of defense for once, because Lastpix has been able to trap them in defense for quite some time now, like a minute straight of just pure pressure. But there's some rotational mistake coming up from Pixon, who gets bumped as well from Mr. Messi on the rotation back, and Theo slots it into the back of the net. 2-1 now with 1 minute and 4 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I said earlier, didn't about the physicality needed from the Digital Dynasty roster. That could be the goal that sends us to that all-important game number 7. And 2-1, and if Last Picks want to take this series at this point and not have to go through that game 7, they need another goal. The shot comes in, but Thermic's there to clear it. Again, Mr. Messi with another demo sent in to the center against Theo, but Theo is there to block it. He gets it past Razor. Is he able to get it past Python? He is again, but Sapphics is there to get rid of it for the time being. Thermic once again with the 50, unable to do anything with it, and it's just very calmly slots down to the ground, and Razor tries to take it again. The demo comes in from Mr. Messi on Razor, and then from Sapphics on Thermic. The shot comes in from Theo, but Pixon getting the clear. The shot comes in from Pixon, unable to do anything with it though, because Thermic is able to get rid of it. They go for the demo, but I'm not sure who that was jumping over it. 18 seconds on the clock, and the pressure is on from Last Picks. They want to send this to overtime.
Of course they want to. They don't want the game 7 under any circumstances. They thought they won already after their game 5 victory against... after their game 4 victory, they thought they won the series. They were not necessarily aware of the fact that this was, of course, a best of 7. But the ball will touch the ground, and Digital Dynasty will take this to game number 7. We are going to Champions Field.
Oh, what a game. What a series of Rocket League that we are witnessing. And this is what the ECC Champions Division is all about. The top level of competition, as both teams working incredibly well with each other, trying different mechanical plays, and it is going well. It's going well at this point for Digital Dynasty, as they have got that momentum in check. And do you think they will be able to take this final game 7?
I mean, at this point, it's basically the toss of a coin as the server goes down for maintenance. It's very unfortunate here. Now we need to try to work with Rocket League being obnoxious again, but that's nothing new, of course.
Well, it probably modeled itself after you at this point. But if we just look into sort of each of the players there during that sort of game, you know, it was very back and forth, and I feel like we saw a lot of Pixon, we saw a lot of Sapphics just getting sort of out of the way at the time needed, so to speak. So let's see if we can get some predictions in the chat. Who is going to take this game 7? It's 3-3 between Last Picks and Digital Dynasty in ECC Season 7 Champions Division Playoffs. Winners, round 1. That's a whole mouthful. I cannot keep saying that. Flipping heck. But
yeah, but for round 1, this is a great match, and I'm very glad that both teams are really wanting to take that first victory. That's so important for them to go to the winners final. But right now, they are sticking to the script we sent over for them. It is game number 7 on the horizon. Both teams want to take the winners final, and whoever wins this will have a great shot at going to the grand finals as well. So it is very much an open game at this point.
Yeah, Dennis clearly rooting for Digital Dynasty. Mr. Messi, Theo, and I can't remember who their last player is. My memory is like a goldfish. But at this point, both teams, they have shown that they can beat each other. Both teams, they've made some mistakes throughout the game, throughout the series so far. It can really go either way. I feel like Digital Dynasty, they're going to end up taking it just because they have that momentum. It's in their favor at this point. They've just come off 2 games where they were able to come back and take them wins, and they've pushed it to that game 7. Surely, Digital Dynasty have got to be going into this last game confident.
Yeah, but the RL servers are throwing a big spanner into the works of Digital Dynasties, as with the prolonged break, last picks have more time to regroup and to sort of get the mentality back in check, as we see the teams rejoining now. The servers holding up for now. They're holding it up for as long as they have to. And
Absolutely.
Right now, we can go into this very, very, very important game number 7. The loser of the game will play Crossfade in the lower bracket. The winner will go on to the winners bracket final.
Yeah, we're getting into that kickoff. Who will face Crossfade? Who will head into that all-important winners bracket final? The kickoff is underway, and the shot comes in from Mr. Messi. And Digital Dynasty, they don't want to face Crossfade, do they?
No, they really don't want to drop into the losers bracket, as Thermic gets a great pass mid, and Mr. Messi being there for his team yet again to slot it home with an early lead in game number 7.
Yeah, 1-0 on the clock. Again, the shot comes in, and unlucky for them, it hits off the woodwork on Razor's there to get rid of it for the time being. Thermic bouncing it against the wall. The pass comes into the middle, but Thermic reading it perfectly, gets rid of it for the time being. The rotation isn't enough from Mr. Messi, and that would be a fairly quick equalizer, a quick 2 goals in just 21 seconds of this game 7.
Yeah, and the double commit between Thermic and Mr. Messi really bad there at this point. That's just very, very unfortunate for them. You can't afford to be double committing in game number 7, because your opponents will make you pay, and now this early lead is all for nothing, because we are all tied yet again with basically the entire match left to play.
The entire match still to go, and we'll basically just hit that reset as Pixon again trying to get rid of it, but unable to do so. The shot comes in from Thermic, but incredibly off target. Sent it back downfield. Safix catches it as Pixon gets the demo on Thermic. The shot comes in. Is Mr. Messi able to do anything? Safix looking like he's trying to go for some demos, unable to make the connection though, as Mr. Messi pinches it against Razor and just gets rid of it for the time being. But the shot comes in from Theo, and again, the woodwork is proving to be Theo's worst enemy at this point in this series. Again, the pinch comes in. Pixon with the demo on Mr. Messi. This is a very messy game. Again, no pun intended. But all the demos coming in thick and fast, which we kind of love to see. But what is it going to take for a team to just take over this game?
I mean, right now it's a bit of a midfield squabble. Neither team can establish pressure, because I think the pressure of this game number 7 is getting to them. We see that although there's a lot of demos coming thick and fast, that's how you like things coming at you. But yeah, there's just not a lot of pressure developing for either team. It's pretty much the ball being in the air in the midfield somewhere. Just not a lot of danger coming towards either of the goals right now.
Absolutely, as the possession is just being kept at the moment. Mr. Messi getting a touch, sends it to Theo. Theo tries to get the pass, but Pixon with the interception. A little bit of miscommunication between him and Razor, as Razor just gets the bump on him. But Digital Dynasty and didn't capitalize on that. Comes back in though, does Digital Dynasty. He goes for the shot, unable to do anything with it, and Mr. Messi comes in for the dunk and slots it home.
Yeah, Mr. Messi, Thermic there, going for the doomsy dish actually, but Pixon is able to read him, and Savix and Razor stuck on the same place, both with not a lot of boost to work with, and Mr. Messi just being up, having all the time in the world to place his shot, and putting it underneath the crossbar. No chance for either defender to get to the shot, and now, with half of the game remaining, Digital Dynasties are once again back in the driver's seat.
Digital Dynasty going for that all-important game 7 as it's sent back downfield. Safix catches it and passes it to Pixon, rotates back as Pixon comes off at the wall. This is boosted nicely, unable to do anything with it though as the block comes in yet again. The Thermic pinches it against one of the defenders, not too sure who that was, as the shot comes in. Is that going to go in? No, it's not, because Pixon is there once again to get the save. Thermic sending it back into the area for now. The pinch comes in, but Razor is there to get the clear. Mr. Messi forced to catch it for now. Theo getting a touch on it, and Thermic just taking the control away. And 2-1 the scoreline as another shot comes in. Theo forced to make the save. He's going to go controlling now. He's not got much boost to work with, but aiming to be a bit of a nuisance right there. Thermic again getting another block on Safix. Sends it down field. 1 minute 30 to go. And Digital Dynasty, you know, that comeback is very much possible at this point.
The comeback is very possible, but Safix is a great at dunking people, and Pixon is great as well, who's just standing there seemingly forever in the air. Safix goes with a great dunk on Thermic, and now Pixon with an amazing dunk on Theo on defense. And now with 1 minute 20 left on the clock, we are again all tied up in this game number 7.
2-2, 1 minute 20 to go. Will we get to see an epic game 7 overtime at this point? Again, it bounces off the ceiling, comes back into the area. No, we won't, because just like that, in a matter of like 15 seconds, last picks, 2-1 down. They now lead 3-2 in this all-important game 7.
And that was a filthily good 50 from Safix. He just perfectly positioned himself where the ball just there's nowhere to go other than in the net of the Digital Dynasty side. But we see another kickoff goal coming up from Mr. Messi. What is going on in this match?
You can't write this. This is what Rocket League is all about. Just like that, in 30 seconds, we've had 3 goals. Digital Dynasty, they aren't going down 3-3 at this point as Mr. Messi slots it home. Getting into the kickoff once again. Thermic getting the touch on it. The shot's going to come in from Razor, unable to do anything with it for the time being. Gets rid of it for now. Theo gets a touch on it, but unable to do anything. The save is forced on to Thermic. The pass comes into the middle. The shot is there, but what a save from Theo. Again, the follow-up is there again. 48 seconds on the clock, and it is all to play for at this point.
It's all to play for, and Last Picks really don't want to go into overtime at this point. They want to end this in regulation. They have some great shots, but some great saves coming out as well from the Digital Dynasty side. Now Theo was looking for Mr. Messi there. The pass nearly connecting. Both teams looking threatening indeed. As there's a great fake on the wall from Thermic. Just takes one of the players just out of the rotation. Like completely out of the rotation. Now Mr. Messi trying to set up shop one last time for the Digital Dynasty side in the area. Double commit coming up from Safix and Razor in defense. Doesn't get punished, and now Safix, can he make a negative angle work? He gets it on the backboard, but Theo already there waiting for it. And this ball doesn't hit the ground yet. There's a great pass from Razor onto Safix, but the angle isn't there, and we go into overtime in game number 7.
This is what we love to see, isn't it, really? We're in that game 7. Let's hope it's going to be a juicy one as it comes off the wall once again. Mr. Messi forced to make the save on Safix's shot. Theo with the demo on picks and take him out of the equation for now. But again, Razor's there to become that nuisance and block it. 17 seconds into overtime. The shot comes in from Theo. Again, the block is there and a little bit off target there from Mr. Messi. Gets rid of it for the time being. Coming out of the last pick area once again is Safix, playing it very methodical and very slow at this point. Theo tries to catch it, unable to do anything with it. The pass into the middle on Thermic, but the clearance comes in and the counter-attack potentially on already. But the pass in to the middle. The shot comes in from Thermic. A save is forced to be made from Razor. 50 seconds into overtime. Who's taking this?
Both teams are making very strong claims. It's now Thermic gets it on the backboard, but Sapphics already there. Pixen gets it away. Only as far as Messi, though. Razor is up, and now it's again Digital Dynasty setting up shop, but now they have to scur back as Messi and Thermic cut this ball out in midfield. Razor being the last person back. This is really a back and forth. Neither team wanting to overcommit, but right now it's Sapphic versus Theo. Can he make it work? No, he can't. Theo with a great block to protect his net and to make Digital Dynasty survive this one attack, but it's coming in again. Theo yet again there. And this is shaping up to be a really, really long overtime. And the shot going through for Mr. Messi. Picked it with the save. Razor's up to get it to the side. This is really close.
Demos left, right, and center at this point. Thermic with the demo on Pixen. Sent into the middle. Nobody's there to finish it. Mr. Messi comes in. And Digital Dynasty, they will be moving on into round 2. And last picks, that mini reverse sweep will cost them. And they are going to be facing Crossfade in that lower bracket. What a game. What a series. And Digital Dynasty, they're moving on.
Digital Dynasties are moving on to the next winners bracket round, where they face either Penguin Sniffers or Domino Esports. This game is, of course, still going on the Slipstream main channel, twitch.tv/Slipstream_EU. So definitely check that one out to see who Digital Dynasty will be facing. But yeah, that's really unfortunate here for Last Picks. They tried so hard, but in the end, the last overtime, the demos were just too plentiful on the side of Digital Dynasty. And in the end, that made them not have any defenders with boost to work with. And Mr. Messi was the one to profit out of that one.
Yeah, they really made them pay on every little mistake. It was a great series to watch. It went down to the wire, and both teams, they should be very happy with how they played. There's certain things to work on, but at the end of the day, both teams are still in the competition. Last Picks moving on to that winners bracket final, and Digital Dynasty moving down to the lower bracket round 2, where they will face Crossfade. And again, huge shout out to Godalions at the sponsors. And we are just going to go for a quick break in these Champion Division playoffs. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.